As the Lord Himself in our gospel would lead us to reflect, when the Son of Man comes, will He find faith on earth? My dear friends, how is the status, the condition of our trust in God in our prayer? Are we persistent and persevering? Are we praying continually and never lose heart? You know what, my dear friends, some mercies that the Lord intends to give us is not granted to us except in answer to our persistent prayer. You know, there are these occasions and graces that indeed the Lord will only grant us the graces and blessings we are asking from Him only when we persevere in our prayers. You know, just like the image of a fruit, some fruits, you just touch the branch of it and the fruit will just drop, right? But we realize that some fruits from a tree will take some time. Even it would demand effort from us to shake it forcefully or whatever means necessary for us to obtain those hard-earned fruit that we wanted. I would like to share with you a story. This one is a personal story about me trying to get coconuts. Kind of. No, but my dear friends, when I was young, I was really good at climbing coconuts. I can assure you on that. When I was younger, small, lighter, I can just climb easily the coconut without harness, without anything, just bare hands, barefoot, climb the coconut right on top of the leaves of it. Have you seen a coconut before? Real coconut, right? Because I don't see it here, so I'm just confirming. I'm just confirming. But you know how it would look like a coconut? For us, it's because it's a tropical tree, so we have a lot of those. So I grew up with that environment, and when we were growing up, we are indeed surrounded by it. And when I was still young and active and very, I don't know, energetic and things like that, I remember when we were young, we used to climb coconuts, and we used, even to the point of, we make money out of it. I will tell you this one. When we were small, we make a deal with our parents. We have coconut plantations, and when it's time for copra, so we have to harvest those coconuts and then get the meat, dry them down, and sell it. So now it's a good money. But what what my parents used to do is they would hire somebody who would climb the trees and then cut open the coconuts, remove the meat, and do all those things. When we are kind of big enough, but we are still young, like I say around 12, 13, 14, 15, those age bracket. So my cousins and I, we are good at climbing coconuts. So we made a deal with our parents to, we'll do all these things so we can sell copra, and the money you are going to pay the hired man, you give it to us. So we make money out of it. So what I'm trying to say here is that when we were growing up, when I was young, I really am good at climbing coconuts. But this is what happened. Like 3 years ago, my siblings, we agreed on a date, and all of us went back home and have our holidays together. They knew that I'm really good at climbing coconut, but I'm already a priest by this time, 3 years ago. So they were challenging me. They were teasing me. You are really good when you were young. You climb coconut for us now, things like that. And we have in our house we have two coconuts, but it was still very short when we were young. But this time, you know how tall it is? It is that tall. They were challenging me, teasing me, and kind of I was challenged and said, I'll give it a try. I'm really good at it before, so let's see what will happen. And so I did climb. I'll make the story short. When I was there on top, I cannot climb over to the where the leaves are because I'm already really that heavy. Otherwise, if I go up, those branches will just, fall down and I'll fall down with it. That's really tall. So, yeah, but I was just hugging the coconut tree, and then, one by one, I have to twist and turns each of the coconuts that I intend to bring it down, to drop it to the ground. So maybe I dropped 2, 3 pieces of it. My legs are already shaking. Like, I was climbing like this, and my legs are like, my knees are really shaking. But I'm kind of not wanting to give up because I did not get enough coconuts for us to share in the family. So I was really hanging on with my life, things like that, just barely making it. But finally, I was able to drop enough young coconuts for us to consume. But because of that effort and the tiredness that struck me, when I was going down, that I barely have the strength, so much so that when I was going down, I was just like just falling. So I have a lot of scratches on my arms and on my stomach and things like that. So that was terrible. That was terrible. It was kind of effort. It was kind of for me an image of persistence and perseverance just to get the coconut. Why I'm trying to say this? Why I'm telling you this, my dear friends? Because it is like that in our prayers. It need persistence and perseverance, and perhaps even creativity to obtain what we want and what we desire. When we look at our first reading, this is another good picture for us to reflect upon. We heard Moses was instructed by God to climb up the hill, climb up the mountain, while Joshua was engaging in battle. And when the hands of Moses is raised up, they are winning. But the moment he bring it down, they are losing. So, and the battle did not last for maybe 30 minutes. It lasted the whole day, or I don't know how many days they waged war. So, with the help of Aaron and Hur, they put up a stone where Moses could sit down, and both Aaron and Hur were holding on to the hands of Moses to help him keep his hands raised, and they were winning the battle. So that's how persistence, perseverance is pictured out for us. So my dear friends, if you are sure that it is the right thing that you are praying for certain concern for your family, maybe as regards to your job, maybe health concerns, my dear friends, plead it with cries and tears if you must. Spread out your case to the Lord, order your arguments, back up your pleas with reason, urge the Father, our Father in heaven, in the name of His Son Jesus, and He will surely listen to your pleas. He will listen to our pleas. I'll give you one more image. This one inspired me just before we start the Mass. I saw one person, one of you, attending the Mass today. I saw one of you lighting a vigil candle. Those candles around were, yeah. And when I saw it, I was just observing people, And then when I saw this person lighting one candle, and then I thought, why I did not thought about it? It's another beautiful image of perseverance and persistence in prayer. Can you imagine that lighted candle, visual candle that you light? It will stay lighted. Maybe it will last maybe 3 days or I don't know how many days. An image of persistence and perseverance, constantly burning, and presenting pleas and petitions to the Lord, whatever you may have in mind. So do not forget this, my dear friends. When we do this kind of prayer, we persist in our prayers. Be assured that God will listen to our prayers and will answer them. You know, this is the implied promise that Jesus gives when he uttered those questions toward the end of the parable of the persistent widow. He said, "And will not God vindicate his elect, who cry to him day and night? Will he delay his answer?" Surely the Lord will answer all our prayers. So my dear friends, this liturgy of this Sunday is teaching us about faith, about our prayer. That faith teaches us to wait with trust, to persevere in our hope, and to endure with patience. My dear friends, when the Son of God, when the Son of Man comes, it is our hope that each one of us, Catholic faithful, he will find in our heart faith, that deep faith, full of trust, persevering in hope, and patiently waiting.